Playing in pro-ams, seeing golfers of all skills, levels, ages, what's the one thing that you see that amateurs can do to improve their games?
Well, course management probably, yeah, like picking the right club from the tee, and then around the green, same thing, the easiest club that you can get it the closest, and sometimes they try to do more than what their ability allows them, but yeah, that's what I would say.
Do you see amateur players taking too much loft around the greens or not enough?
I think too much loft sometimes, yeah. Like even me when I was younger, like I would always use like the 60, and that's the more fun. But then you realize sometimes there's easier ways to do it, so I would go that way now.
So tell us a little bit about your game. How much time are you spending between full swing and short game when you work on yours?
I try to do, let's say, maybe like 30 in the long game and 70% on the rest, partying in short game and all that. I feel like there's so many different type of shots on the short game that you got to spend more time on those.
Fantastic. Thanks for your time. Have a great week in Dubai.
Thank you very much. We will.
When we unpack this awesome advice, which is to not use the 60 in your greenside scenarios all the time, but to know when to use it, you're going to find that it's really useful for getting your ball on the green and scoring. Now, we look at how close you get your chip shots around the green as a really important metric of you as a golfer. If you get it to chip onto the green inside of 6 feet, that's a great statistic. In between 12 and 6, not so bad. But you might find with your 60, if you chipped all the time, it's very difficult when the range of the shot gets longer. I'm going to show an example here with a 60 and chip to a flag on the center of the green. I've got to make a bigger swing. I've got to carry the ball in the air, and I got lucky that time. The ball really came down and stopped close inside that 12-foot range. But that's hard to pull off time and time again. And when you see the loft of the 60, it's really sending the ball high up into the air. Well, it'd be tough to throw a ball that high and gauge how far I'm going to toss it. It'd be a lot easier if I took a ball in my hand and if I were just tossing it underhand towards the target. It's going to roll on the ground and it's going to run out just like I would if I was underhand tossing it with a great feel. Changing the loft, really simply, grabbing a 9 that I've got in my hand here. Look at the difference between these two, the launch angles that we get. So going for a lower lofted club, the 9-iron here, playing it right in the center of the stance, and using the ground just to grab the ball, making a shorter shot, running it out towards the target, that's a great way to take out a lot of noise, a lot of mishits in your shot here too. So another thing I like about using less loft around the green is you use less swing. There's less chance for you to make an error with the shorter swing, keeping the ball close to the ground. So going with less loft is a really good way that you can start to control your distance, control your ground reaction, and get a much more relatable feel as if that underhand pitch was the motion you're making to get it on the green. By ditching that 60, you'll ditch the hero shot, and you'll have a very repeatable shot scenario you can use around the golf course. One other thing I want to mention that you heard in that clip was about 70% of practice time spent on the short game versus 30 on the full swing. If you're not nearly 50-50 yet, start to trend that way at least to get better at your short game. You'll find this is the area where you're going to save the most strokes for your game.